As an instructional designer and an e-learning developer, I often utilize Illustrator to export out or save for web icons and text into the authoring tool. And we're not graphic designers. We don't utilize Illustrator to the fullest, but I do use it very often to export icons and various images. And a lot of the times the icons are generally white. And for the longest time, I would create a background layer or create a background rectangle or an image and put it in the back. And when I'm exporting, I turn it on and turn it off every time I save for web. So for this example, I didn't utilize the slice tool here. When I needed to export every single one of this text individually, I would hide them, hide all the ones I don't want using Control 3, and then I don't want the background, so I would hide it, hide the background as well, and then do a Control Alt S, Control Alt Shift S to save for web, and typically like to raise the percentage to make it bigger. So when I import it to the authoring tool, sometimes it looks crisper when I'm shrinking it down from a higher resolution image. And then I'll save it. And then when I have a lot of assets or a lot of objects, I would do the same exact thing. I would unhide it, Control Alt 3, and then hide everything else, and then remove the background and do a Control Alt Shift S. And for some reason, I failed to realize that instead of having to turn this on and off every time you want to see where the icon is, you can just do a Control Y, which provides you the outline version of your image. And no longer do I need this background layer or background rectangle. I can just go ahead and find out where all these white icons or white text is using Control Y and then save for web. That was an epiphany for me. It was a feature that always existed, and for some reason I was trying to find ways to figure out how to make default background a different color, but I always ended up using a background image or a background rectangle that's not white to see where the white text or the white icon is. But to get away with that, to save time when you have a lot of text and a lot of icons that you need to just move over, it does save you some time not having to turn on this background image on and off. And so again, Control Y to turn on the outline layer. You will be able to see all of your white text and objects.